The following message is transmitted at the request of the Indiana State Police. Residents in the city of Evansville, lock all of your doors immediately. An extremely dangerous individual has been reported roaming the city of Evansville, killing everybody this individual sees in its path, abducting young children, and breaking into homes. As a precaution, all residents in the city of Evansville are advised to remain indoors with your windows closed and doors locked. If you see this individual, call 911 immediately. If this individual breaks into your home, use armed protection by all means. Do not approach this individual, as he is considered extremely armed and dangerous. Stay tuned for more information on this developing situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Indiana State Police. At approximately 4:17 p.m. Central Daylight Time, the suspect was last seen leaving a Toys R Us shopping center with blood covering his face, hands, and clothes. Police later entered the store to find everyone brutally murdered with their heads cut off, but missing. In addition, the individual's identity is still unknown at this time. The suspect was believed to be carrying 4 pocket knives, a crowbar, 2 combat rifles, 3 AR-15s, and 7 pistols. All residents listening to this message are instructed to lock all of your doors, close your windows, turn off all electronic devices and seek shelter. If you see the suspect in your area, dial 911 immediately. Do not approach the suspect. Stay tuned for further information on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Indiana State Police. Residents in the city of Evansville, lock all of your doors immediately. The suspect was reported planting bombs on people's homes, cars, and buildings. The suspect is believed to be roaming around the city of Evansville. Over 76 homes, including cars, buildings, and buses have exploded. Police have yet to confirm the fatalities. In addition, police have identified the suspect as 23-year-old Jonathan Hills. Jonathan is a white male, who is 5 foot tall and 10 inches, weighs 113 pounds, with brown hair and dark blue eyes. He was last seen wearing a blazer, a white collared shirt, a red striped tie, blue jeans and black shoes. This man is considered armed and extremely dangerous, and has a notable criminal history. All attempts in killing this man have failed. As a precaution, all Evansville residents are strongly advised to stay in their homes. Traveling has been prohibited by the Indiana State Police. Martial law may be required if the situation gets worse. If you see the suspect, dial 911 immediately. If you approach him, run as fast as you possibly can. More information will follow momentarily. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Indiana State Police. At approximately 5:11 p.m. Central Daylight Time, police officials have now confirmed that 23-year-old Jonathan Hills has now been reported breaking into any house he sees, abducting children, and killing them. Over 43 children have been confirmed, dead with their heads cut off. These bodies have been found in the suspect's white 2018 express passenger van, license plate 33QPR4. All residents listening to this message, lock all of your doors and windows immediately. If he knocks on your doors, do not answer it, and run to the nearest shelter as fast as you can. He will break into your homes, kill all your family members, and abduct your children. If you see the suspect, the children, or the vehicle, call 911 immediately. Do not approach the suspect as he is considered armed and extremely dangerous. Stay tuned for more information on the situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Indiana Emergency Management Agency. Police have now reported that 23-year-old Jonathan Hills is now going into police stations, killing every officer this man sees in his way, and started to plant bombs inside them. Over 4 police stations have exploded. It is also believed that the suspect has not just been abducting children, but has started to kill every single child he sees in his path. If you see this man, get your child including your family members, run and get out of the area to a nearby shelter. Do not attempt to kill Jonathan. All attempts in killing the suspect has failed. All residents hearing this message, move to the lowest floor of a sturdy building, bring food, water, first aid kits, and a battery-powered radio. If you are in a vehicle right now, drive as fast as you can to the nearest shelter, immediately. Do not leave your shelter or home for any reason. Stay tuned for further more information on this situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. At approximately 6:52 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 23-year-old Jonathan Hills is now roaming the entire United States, abducting children and killing them. It has been reported over 4,600 children have been murdered. This includes children at the age of 1 through 5, 5 through 12, including newborn babies. The suspect is also believed to have a grenade launcher, blowing up homes, buildings, and shelters, cars with passengers in them, and buses. The suspect is believed to be heading to Midway International Airport. All residents of Illinois who are inside the airport, leave the area immediately. Run as fast as you can. It is not safe there. All residents listening to this message, grab your family members, and head to the nearest shelter immediately or go to the lowest floor of a sturdy building. If you see the suspect and you are driving, drive as fast as you can to the nearest shelter. Do not interact with the suspect as he is considered to be extremely dangerous. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. Midway International Airport has been destroyed by 23-year-old Jonathan Hills, killing everybody inside. It was also reported that an American Airlines jet has been shot down after takeoff by the suspect. Jonathan is believed to be heading to Fort Wayne. All residents who are living in Fort Wayne in Indiana, lock all of your doors and windows immediately, and head to shelter now. Do not approach the suspect as he is considered extremely dangerous and armed. Stay tuned for more information of the developing situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. All buildings in the city of Fort Wayne have been destroyed. Every single person in Fort Wayne has been killed by Jonathan. It is believed that the suspect's next target is New York City. It is also believed that Jonathan is heading to Cleveland, Ohio. All residents living in the city of Cleveland, head to shelter immediately. Lock all of your doors and windows, grab all of your family members and head to the nearest shelter now. There is still time. All residents have about 3 hours before the suspect reaches Cleveland. In addition, hide your kids immediately. The reason for this is because Jonathan has killed over 10,343 children during his journey. Be aware of your surroundings. Stay tuned for more information on the current situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. All residents in the city of Cleveland, lock all of your doors immediately. It is reported that 23-year-old Jonathan Hills has already murdered over 617 children, alongside with 414 civilians. It is believed that Jonathan has left a Walmart shopping center with blood everywhere on his clothes, hands, face, pants, and shoes. Police have entered the store just to see everyone brutally murdered. All victims have their heads and arms cut off. All residents listening to this message, evacuate the city of Cleveland immediately. You will be killed by Jonathan. Grab all of your family members, all your items, food, water, supplies, and a battery-powered radio. Do not attempt to kill Jonathan. All attempts of killing Jonathan have failed. Emergency services are unavailable at this time. Martial law are now handling the situation. Stay tuned for more information on the developing story. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. All residents in the city of Pennsylvania, lock all of your doors immediately, as 23-year-old Jonathan Hills has been caught destroying buildings, cars, homes, and buses. The suspect is now killing everybody he sees in his path. All residents listening to this message, evacuate Pennsylvania immediately. It is no longer safe in the state of Pennsylvania. Leave the city as fast as you can. Leave all your pets behind, get food, shelter and water, including a battery-powered radio, and leave immediately. Do not interact with the suspect, as he will kill you. In addition, Jonathan is currently headed to New York City. All residents who are living in the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, and Staten Island, evacuate New York immediately. It will not be safe there anymore. Emergency services will not be available for 2 days. If you see Jonathan, run for your life. He is considered armed and extremely dangerous. Stay tuned for more information on the developing story. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States government. All residents in the city of New York, evacuate immediately. It is no longer considered safe in New York City. It is reported that 23-year-old Jonathan Hills has shot down multiple planes, destroyed buildings, including One World Trade Center, the Empire State Building, the 9/11 Memorial, and the Madison Square Garden Arena. It is believed that Jonathan has stated that he has 2 nuclear bombs planted in Times Square and in Lower Manhattan and is set to be detonated at any time. Do not take shelter. Leave New York City immediately. Take food, water, supplies, a first aid kit, and a battery-powered radio with you. Do not go to John F. Kennedy Airport as it is considered shut down until further notice. If you do not have any personal transportation, get a cab, or ride the underground subway train. If you see Jonathan in the underground subway or anywhere in New York, leave the area immediately, run far away and don't stop running. Do not approach the suspect as he is considered extremely dangerous and armed. If you approach Jonathan, there will be no escape and he will kill you and your children. Stay tuned for more further information on the situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. At approximately 3 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a nuclear bomb has been detonated from Times Square in the city of New York City, New York. As a result, half of New York has been destroyed, including John F. Kennedy Airport, and everybody was killed. In addition, 3 minutes before the explosion, the suspect known as Jonathan Hills has disappeared all of a sudden. It could be rumored that Jonathan might have been killed due to the explosion. Martial law is yet to confirm his fatality. Also, it is believed that a second nuclear bomb planted in Lower Manhattan is set to be detonated at any time. As a precaution, all surviving residents within a 500-mile radius of Times Square are advised to seek a fallout shelter now. Fallout is a product of nuclear attacks. For the long exposure to fallout will result in certain death. It will only take a minute after impact for the effects of fallout to spread. Fallout can spread hundreds of miles from the detonated site. Take the following actions for your stay in the shelter. Grab an important set of supplies, including non-perishable food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, and a battery-powered radio with spare batteries for 15 days. This is an attack warning. I repeat, this is an attack warning. An attack warning means an actual attack against the United States has been detected, and that protective action should be taken. If no such fallout shelter exists, move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Stay away from doors, windows, and outside walls. Put as much space between you from the outside world as much as possible. Do not leave your shelter until it is considered safe by the proper authorities. If you leave your shelter, you will be exposing yourself to radioactive fallout, and you will be killed. Stay tuned for more information on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Federal Emergency Management Agency. At approximately 3:40 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the second nuclear bomb has been detonated from Lower Manhattan. As a result, New Jersey has been destroyed, and all of New York has been destroyed to ashes. In addition, Jonathan Hills is still missing. There are rumors spreading around saying that Jonathan might have been killed from either the first explosion or the second explosion, but this is still unconfirmed at the time. Everybody who is listening to this message and are living near New York and are not in a shelter, leave and evacuate the area immediately to a nearby fallout shelter. Fallout is a product of nuclear attacks. Any exposure to fallout can result in certain sickness or death. If the nearby fallout shelter has been destroyed, then get to the floor and take cover. Emergency services are unavailable for at least the next 14 weeks. It is too late to evacuate New York. This is an attack warning. I repeat, this is an attack warning. Attack warning means an actual attack against the United States has been detected, and that protective action should be taken. If you have survived both nuclear explosions and you are living in either borough in New York and there is no shelter nearby, then it is too late for you to go to shelter. You will die. Those who are still in a fallout shelter, do not leave your shelter for any reason. Leaving your shelter will result in exposure to fallout. More information will follow on the dangerous situation. May God bless the United States of America and the American citizens. An administrative message from the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The fallout has cleared out of the area. I repeat, the fallout has cleared out of the area, and all residents are free to leave their shelters at this time. However, there is massive damage all around New York City, and half of New Jersey. In addition, there are rumors now going around that the suspect known as Jonathan Hills might have committed suicide, but it is not confirmed yet as the body hasn't been found. Emergency services are now available. If you or your loved one are injured, or your shelter is destroyed, dial 911 immediately. If you see any suspicious activity by anybody, dial 911. All broadcast and cable systems are allowed to resume regular programming. Emergency broadcasts will now be handed over to state and local officials.